Mm. Ooh. Mm. It's been a month. We ain't recorded so long. I had to do it. I had to do it. What's good with y'all out there? It's another episode of At Odds. I'm your lovely or hated host, Kamal, aka the Black Seinfeld, aka Magic X.
And I'm DashMonroe. That's it. DashMonroe, aka nothing.
You gotta get some AKAs. Bro.
I don't care that much.
Nah, we need some AKAs. Jesus Christ.
All right.
Hey, but look, y'all, we got social medias now. Twitter, At Odds, 2 T's, double D, S. You know what I mean? We got TikTok. TikTok.
You're struggling.
At Odds, you feel me? What else we got at Odds? Instagram. You feel me? Y'all see it in the banner below too. All right, y'all go check that out. You feel me? Also, for our tubers, you feel me? Hit that damn like button. Also, hit that notification bell so you know when we drop new episodes of At Odds. All right. And today topic we about to talk about: does the general public matter when you're doing things like creatively, or if you're in the public eye, or you like, you know, hold a certain status? Does the general public matter? Dash, ladies first.
I mean, in my opinion, I feel like it does matter. But a caveat, I think it really only matters when it comes to like the justice system, right? Like, I feel like if you go on TikTok and you want to act, you know, degenerate and be just doing the most, like, who really cares about what the public thinks about you? You can still live your life. But when it comes to like the court system, if the general population is like on your side, I feel like that can kind of sway in your, like, will work in your favor and can sway the odds. Mm-hmm.
So public opinion is basically the general public in your eyes.
I mean, yeah, the general public's opinion on, I mean, anything. You're saying broadly, just like, you know, any and everything, does their opinion matter? And I feel like it only matters in some situations.
Nah, you got to be all the way or none of the way.
All the way.
Nope, you get on me about that. You be like, nah, you can't just be flippity floppity.
It wouldn't make sense though if I said it always matters, because then that would mean that like we all should be caring what everyone thinks all the time. Which I don't think is
all opinions matter. Is that what you're saying?
Only when it comes to like I said, like the justice system and the court system.
Nah,
and I guess maybe even like politically. I mean, I feel like if everyone, like, I mean, case in point, Biden, I feel like he's struggling right now because people just don't really like him. You know what I'm saying? Our opinion about him is just not.
And gravity don't like his ass either.
God, that's true. Yes,
gravity be whooping his ass. Good Lord.
Dang, you don't gotta do him like that. Okay.
Man, he did himself like that. Boy got 2 left feet.
He's just old. He's very old.
I ain't blaming that on old age. I done seen a lot of old motherfuckers with impeccable balance.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why I feel like, so if I have to go all the way and say yes, it matters, then I guess yes, it matters.
So, yes, it matters to you, huh? Well,
yeah.
With your argument, you getting this. Because it doesn't matter about their opinions.
Why do you say that? Why do you think that?
Because it don't. When you get to a certain echelons, or when you do certain things, most of the time the general public is haters.
So then what about a situation like the justice system, like the court system?
Nah,
you don't feel like it matters at all in that situation.
You flipping it flop. You say in certain instances it does matter.
I'm trying to dive in deep to like get to the root of why you say that it doesn't matter, and I feel like it does matter, because my point is still that it does in some situations.
Nope, it gotta
I'm
be
not
all
fully in it, but I mean, my point still remains that in some situations, the public opinion does matter. Case in point, O.J. Simpson. I mean, we really don't know if he did or not. Obviously, the court ruled that he didn't do it. But I feel like people going to the streets and like really hyping it up and like sorry, I'm struggling. Like bringing more attention to the case and like really like rooting for OJ is kind of one of the reasons why the jury like sided with him. I don't think that's the best example, but it is the first one I can think of off the top of my head.
The majority of that jury was black.
Okay, so in their opinion mattered, right? Aren't they the public? And then outside of even that, people were in the streets, really like rallying and going, like people were showing.
Hold on. I thought most of the public opinion outside of black Americans was negative. They thought OJ did it. Hell, even some black people thought OJ did it. I thought the public opinion was that, and you saw how the jury didn't care about the public opinion. I rest my case.
Okay. You're not bringing any facts, no data, no nothing. No, all you said is what you think. Let's pull it up. Pull up the stats. Do people care about OJ? I feel like you could say the white people didn't really care that much or thought that he did it, and that's typically what the argument is like white versus black people. OJ did it versus OJ didn't do it. But a lot of people. So I personally think, from what I've read, that a lot of people supported it. Just not white people, racists and things of that nature.
So how many people?
I could think of another. Well, I'm trying to think of another one.
Did it? Looking back at Ratata. Okay, we got some stats here. We got some statistics. Looking back, most Americans today think that O.J. Simpson is guilty.
Dang.
Of 1994 murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. 71% think so. A slight increase from the 67% who thought so in October 95. God damn. I'm sorry, Dash, but I just Monroe'd you.
Okay. You got me with that stat. I still firmly believe that the public opinion matters in some situations.
Oh, you sound like a politician.
It does matter. Let me think of another one since OJ didn't work, obviously. I feel like the only ones I can think of though are racial situations, and I don't want us to get too deep into like the white versus black stuff. And when it comes to like police brutality and everything, the public opinion totally matters. People rallying, showing up, riots, all that kind of stuff definitely can sway the odds of how what the verdict is essentially.
Dash, let me tell you something. The glove didn't fit, so you must have quit with this argument right here, because clearly I got the upper hand. The public opinion don't matter.
Okay.
But I mean, I do agree in certain situations, but don't tell the public I said that. As we on here on the public platform, talk about the public. So, with my stance, I don't think the public opinion matters. You wholeheartedly think the public opinion matters 1,000%. I'll say we were 50-50. This is a draw. So
even though you brought besides my very small example of OJ and you pulling up that fact, you haven't really proved your point. Besides the fact that people agree that he was guilty.
I think I proved my point because I said the juror didn't care that the public thought he was guilty. They found him
that example. Okay, so we can talk about stuff like what's the guy's name who just the Neely guy? What is his full name? I don't want to butcher it. Who just passed away on the train? There was like a whole public unrest when he died on the train.
Jordan Neely.
Yes.
The assailant, the criminal was what's that white dude name? Damn. Hold on, I just do this. We got Google. Let's ask Google. Daniel Penny.
Yeah.
So You're saying that because the public opinion was that
I feel like if people wouldn't have gotten up as upset as they did and really like pushed it out there into the media, talking about it and things like that, it wouldn't have garnered as much attention. And what was his name again? Penny probably wouldn't have gone to jail. I mean, it happens time and time again with Black situations where if the public doesn't get involved and actually rally, or we start, I don't know, just getting up in arms and things like that, a lot of the times these cases just kind of get thrown under the rug, or they're dismissed, or people don't actually get their justice. So I think in cases, like I said, I don't want to really make it a racial thing, but I feel like a lot of times with like Black people issues, like when it comes to, like I said, the justice system, public opinion matters. People getting involved, having a say so, like it totally matters. Essentially, I feel.
So only in that arena, that's when public opinion matters?
That's what I said from the beginning. I said, I don't think it always matters, but I think in some situations, like I said, the justice system, I feel like it totally matters. My example of OJ was kind of off, but I think I just hit on the head with Neely, because that was it. I don't want to make it too racial, but I think it always happens in the Black community.
Okay.
Except for when it comes to reparations, because like 70% of people don't think we're going to get reparations, and we are totally going to get reparations. So
is it 70% don't think we're going to get reparations, or like 70% don't think we don't deserve it?
They don't think we're going to get it. They don't think they'll deserve it. They're against it altogether. 70%.
Don't that make you kind of? That's a whole different conversation. We're gonna get into that another time. I ain't gonna.
I debunked you like 5 times. When are you gonna actually come to the table with some evidence, some stats, and statistics? You got me slightly with OJ, and I mean that was kind of like, oof, not really. Only because I threw that off the cuff. I really wasn't prepared with that example.
Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus.
That's my answer right there. Clearly, we know who won the argument.
Me, per usual. I think this is kind of getting too easy at this point.
Too easy for what? You debunking yourself?
No, for me to prove my point. Whether I'm for it or against it, I always win.
You think you proved your point right there?
I totally made my point several times. Like, you haven't proved your point of why it doesn't matter. Besides, like I said, the OJ thing and the jury.
Yeah, I mean, I have. It doesn't matter.
What? Say it.
I literally said it. Public opinion doesn't matter, because whenever you're doing something, you know what I mean, you're just going to execute it in the public opinion. At the end of the day, most of the time, is either going to hate on you. You feel me? Or if they do love you, at the end of the day, you do something they don't like, they're going to hate on you, but you still going to execute what you got to do, and you still going to get the results.
I mean, what about even like social media platforms? If the public says, okay, we don't really like that platform, and they stop using it, that platform,
okay, what?
Music, I mean, this can go on and on and on, where the public opinion really does matter. I mean, I guess it boils down to if it really matters to you personally. Like, do you care what other people think about you? But I think a lot of times the public opinion does matter.
All right. This will be my last point.
You haven't had a point. Like, there hasn't been any points made, dude. Like, I've had like 6. Okay, I'm exaggerating.
Yeah.
I've had like 3 tier 0. So at this point, who is the winner? Me.
So. Look. Name one social media app or anything that went down because the public was like, I don't want to use this shit no more.
I don't think it went down, but it definitely took a hit. We can talk about Twitter and Threads. So I feel like now Threads is kind of losing its momentum, so because the hype is gone. But then again, that goes right back to people's opinion of it. Do people really like it? Are people interested in it? People don't care. Threads is gonna be gone.
Yeah.
It's gonna be back to Twitter. But because the people were so upset with Twitter, a lot of people fled over to Threads. Also, it was pretty easy to just kind of like join the app. But outside of that, a lot of people fled over to Threads. You know, I feel like in the stance against Twitter a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to last. Like, people are really there's still a lot of people active on Twitter. So
yeah, Twitter's Like still cool. Threads is cool too. So
I can't stay on Threads as long as I am on Twitter for some reason.
it's more. I put it like this: Twitter is a little bit more controversial and it has a little bit more information. How I look at it, Threads is kind of. Threads seem like a lot of people went over there, and one of the threads somebody said was like, "Oh, I'm glad it's not so political and so serious over here." And like,
Yeah.
so it
I
feels.
think what I was reading, a lot of people went over Threads out of spite for Twitter. Like it was like totally just to, I don't know, stand up against Twitter for some reason or take a stance. Because a lot of the threads I was seeing were like, wow, like you were saying, like, wow, Threads is so much better. Or, so good that there's a new platform besides Twitter, stuff like that. You're just kind of like, okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I personally just can't get into it. I don't even know if it's the whole political thing. Maybe it's a force of habit because I'm so used to going on Twitter. I just am used to looking at the platform and I'm like comfortable with it. And going on Threads, even though it looks exactly like Twitter, I still kind of like, I don't know.
So who owns Threads?
Meta.
Who owns Meta?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Who owns Twitter?
Why are you asking me these questions when you know this?
Just answer.
What's his name? Elon Musk.
Do you find them successful?
Yeah.
Do you think they care about public opinion?
Yes.
Oh, bullshit.
To an extent. They have to. They have to care about what people think about the products that they're producing. Like, they have to care about what the products that they're producing. They have to care about what people think. Why do you think they have all these what do they call it when you do the reviews? Not the reviews, when you like rate them and things like that, they're constantly popping up. Or how do you feel about Twitter? How do you how do you feel like this is working out for you? They care about public opinion. Totally.
Your favorite cereal must be Captain Crunch.
Because I'm capping. That was so funny.
Oh my god. Damn. Double dizam.
What? So you don't feel like they care about public opinion?
Not that much, no. I really don't think they care about public opinion because they have a product that people are really addicted to actually at this point.
I mean, like I said, what about Threads? Like if people slowly stop caring about Threads, I'm pretty sure Mark Zuckerberg is going to be concerned about why people aren't using it, what they think about the app, why isn't it taking wind or whatever. Taking off. There we go.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they care too much. And I feel like, real talk, Mark Zuckerberg made Threads just to spite Elon. He don't give a damn about the public. He like, man, I'm about to make something to spite your ass. No, they funky.
I don't know about that. That sounds more like hearsay. So I'm going off of what I know, and I know that businesses care about what their audiences care about. And if they're liking the product, if they're gonna be using the product, for a long time, things of that nature, I think that totally matters.
Okay.
And that all boils down into the public's opinion about whatever product they're providing, essentially. I mean, even think about the stock market. When people do not like oh my goodness, think about when Kylie Jenner talked mess about Snap. Snap stock dropped significantly. I don't even know. It was like a drastic drop. She had to go back online and make a statement about how, I forgot what she really said exactly, but basically reneging on her initial comment about Snap because it took such a big hit. And again, that's public opinion. Her saying that she didn't really like it or wasn't using it anymore, I forgot exactly what the words were, caused that company to take a dive. So,
okay.
Oh no, Magic.
What's your
keep coming with the evidence, dude, and you haven't had any.
Snapchat's still around. Anyway, what's your final?
My point is that the public opinion matters enough to keep it. I'm sure they're still around, but they took a hit. And Snapchat is not nearly as popular as it used to be.
Because of Rihanna.
I don't know if it's after what Kylie Jenner said that made it, but it's not as big. TikTok is definitely a lot bigger. It's taken over. Ever since I think now I'm just conspiracizing. Ooh, ever since TikTok came out, I think that's probably why Snap isn't as popular. People still totally use it though. My little sister, she uses it, but not nearly as much as TikTok. So,
What, Snapchat?
yeah.
Oh, Snapchat for secrecy.
I've never had a Snapchat. Never really cared.
Yeah, Snapchat is for like secrecy and shit.
Is that why you use it?
Nah, I haven't used Snapchat in like hella years. I actually stopped using Snapchat because of Rihanna.
Why? See, public opinion.
Rihanna's not the public. Rihanna's not the public.
You're part of the public. You've decided to stop using a whole product because of somebody else, like, and your opinion of whatever she did. I don't know if it was good or bad or whatever, but it caused you to not want to use their product, use that platform.
Rihanna, I think, said they were like racist or something. Like the owners was on some racist shit.
Public opinion, dude. You are proving my point.
Rihanna, not the public. Mm-hmm. She her own entity.
Okay.
What's your final point?
That's my point. I made my point like 6 times. Public opinion totally matters in some situations. Sometimes. I don't think every single time, but I do think a lot of the time. Now that we're talking it out, I think it's more times than not.
Man, damn all that public opinion. Public opinion is poo. Okay?
Is that your final argument? Is that your final argument?
Yeah.
Wow, that was strong. That was a strong argument.
I mean, I think my case was closed when I OJ'd you. I gave you the facts.
You not got one fact not to a semi-argument. It was like a barely an argument, but whatever.
Public opinion 70. It rolls actually. It rolls to 71% is saying OJ is guilty.
You got it.
Well,
you got that one.
Well, I guess you're at odds.
Can you go ahead and give me like the buzzer or something because I won? I want to hear some like yay or no, some claps. I want to hear some claps.
That's what you get.
You're a hater. That's so sad. That's so sad. You're gonna rain on my parade.
Oh my God.
Some high five. Fine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're done for tonight. This is another episode of At Odds. I'm your lovely or hated host, Kamal, aka the Black Seinfeld, aka Magic X. Oh, somebody sleep over there.
I'm sorry.
You take the L in the argument,
dude. I was looking at. Anyways, I'm DashMonroe.
And this is another episode of At Odds. Hey, for our tubers though, you feel me? Hit that notification bell so you know when we drop these lives. Also, hit us with a like, share, sub, all that good jazz. You feel me? And our social medias on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, At Odds. For Twitter though, it's 2 T's. Oh, _2. At Odds _ 2 T's. I wish we could have really got that 1 T. It's throwing me off. But anyway, this is another episode of At Odds. We appreciate y'all for listening, tuning in. And can y'all start letting us know who's winning the debate? At least comment on what side you on or something. Jesus Christ. Dash keep thinking I'm losing. I'm just like,
I mean, you're losing because you have no stats, statistics, evidence, no nothing. You're bringing nothing. It's a nothing burger. That's what you're bringing to the table.
Okay. Also, let us know if you think OJ did it. On that note, y'all, we out.
Bye.